What's your nationality? What did Allah tell you your nationality is? You started doing this. Allah or Islam, what is your nationality? Because the Saudi Arabians and all the people that claim that they Arab, they know theirs. What is your nationality? If we follow behind Islam or claim to be Muslim, what would be your nationality? Men of Israel, who are we?
Israelite.
Who are we?
Israelite.
Scriptures let my tongue turning demons to a mascot. Devils tried to tempt, I ain't flinched by a long shot. Spirit in my pen, prophesying till the bombs drop. I'm a nigga sweater.
Officer James, they can come up over here. And I'm gonna show you right quick. 2 Chronicles 15:3. Now my sister, you said you 13, right? And when you get older, you want to be a what? Finances, and you want to be a CNA traveling nurse, another traveling nurse, and who the dance coach? Okay, we gonna get into that as well. Now I want to show you something real quick. This is something that Allah don't do. 2 Chronicles 15:3.
2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 3.
Look, show of hands, y'all ain't gotta be shy. Don't worry about the camera. We black and what? Black and proud, black and, what you was about to say? Black and what? Black and beautiful, right? Our sister, who the most beautiful people on the face of the planet? Who everybody want to look like? Who all they talking about that melanated cocoa butter chocolate brown? That's us, right? So don't worry about the camera, because you don't do that when you go in the grocery store. You don't do that when you go to Walmart. But now all of a sudden when we got a camera, it's a problem. Watch this, read.
Now, for a long season.
So now it said for a long season, Israel, what's your nationality? What did Allah tell you your nationality is? You started doing this. Allah or Islam, what is your nationality? Because the Saudi Arabians and all the people that claim that they Arab, they know theirs. What is your nationality? If we follow behind Islam or claim to be Muslim, what would be your nationality? Men of Israel, who are we?
Israelite.
Who are we?
Israelite.
The blood of the Bible teach you your nationality. Qurans and Allah, Krishna, Buddha, none of them teach you who you are according to God. That's why it says what?
Now, for a long season.
Meaning a long time. Israel, we are the 12 tribes of Israel. Watch this.
Have been without the true God.
The what?
The true God.
This is a long time. That's why your eyes lit up. This right here is not the true God.
Bring it out.
Allah is not the true God.
Bring it
The
out.
true God is the God of Israel, and He's only our God. This is why I said for a long time, we've been always having what image in our churches? What image in your granny house? What image do black men tattoo on their body? But you ain't never seen a white man tattoo a black man on his body and call it God. You ain't never went to church and seen a white building, a white church with a black image in there hanging on a cross in a building. So now, is the Bible a true book? Yes. You don't read this in the Quran. You don't read this when you follow behind Christianity or follow behind claiming yourself to be a Muslim. Watch this. Again.
Now, for a long season, Israel have been without the true God.
The what?
The true God.
The God of the Bible is the true God.
That's right.
You can't have, you know the difference between the truth and the lie? Is somebody lying? If we got one people that say Allah, another person that say Muslim, another person that say Baptist, another person that say Seventh-day Adventist, another person, you not hear the lies? Somebody got to be lying. What's your name? Are y'all gonna let Janiyah, somebody say, no, her name Kim? And another person gonna come up and say, no, her name Destiny. Another person come up and gonna say, no, her name Trish. It don't make sense, do it? So now the Bible said for a long time, we've been without the true God, read?
And without a teaching priest.
Without a what?
Teaching priest.
We ain't got nobody teaching us the laws of God.
Bring it out.
Everybody say God is good. Do you see that?
Damn.
But then when we look at Milwaukee, do we have a God is good all the time type of neighborhood? We got twerking as dance coaches. Look, you smiling. We got people that's cheating and committing adultery in the nursing, the hospitals. We got all kinds of things that go against the laws, God, and we've been without the true priests, the teachers, read?
And without law.
All right, what?
And without law.
So now, what law can you give to these young sisters to ensure that they don't end up being a single mom? A single mother. What law do we got that we can find in the Quran or follow behind Muslim? What you got?
A law that
I got one. Give me 1 Thessalonians 4:3. And now, this is why we have to come back to learning what the laws of God are. First off, let's get Psalms 19:7 first. Make it quick. When you look at the laws of God, you heard of the 10 Commandments before, right, y'all? Your name was what again? Janiyah. And what's yours? Huh? Anna? Okay, Anna. I'm gonna call y'all sisters because I can't remember everybody's name right now. So, Janiyah, Anna, Anna. Man, y'all gonna be hard. I'm gonna call y'all the 18. Yep. Raya. Okay, Janiyah, Raya, Anna, and Anna. Who Anna? Anna and Anna. Okay, bet. I'm gonna read this real quick.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord
So now it tells you what the laws of God do. It says the law of the Lord
is perfect.
is what?
Perfect.
Ain't nothing wrong that you can find in this Bible.
Bring it out.
If you find thou shalt not kill, is that not a perfect law for black people to follow? Thou shalt not kill. Is that not a perfect thing that we should follow behind? Because how many times when y'all ever been to Chicago? Never. What you hear about Chicago? That it's a lot of what? Fights, killing, and then growing up and born and raised in Milwaukee. What Milwaukee always doing? Same exact thing. This is why I said the law of the Lord is perfect.
Converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
2 Timothy 3 and 6. It says the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul, or it's going to change your spirit, and it's going to make wise the simple. You know how it is wise? Because I'm going to ask y'all this. Who got a boyfriend? None of y'all. Whoever had one before. Okay, that's true. We had one before. But we didn't know the laws of God. Now it says it's going to make you wise so you don't end up in this position. 2 Timothy 3 and 6.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses.
So now we know the time where somebody about to try to keep creeping in the house, right? Sneak somebody in. Read. Come on.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women.
Leave captive what?
Silly women.
So remember, it said the law is going to make wise the simple. And now it said it's people that creep into houses and lead captive what kind of women? Silly women. Now don't you see, would you say it's not silly to end up and letting a brother who you say ain't no good, he ain't this, he ain't that, but you let him crack you? You let him kiss you, you let him touch you, you let him rub all on you, hold your hand. Would you not say that that's a silly woman that's stuck and she got to deal with that man for the rest of her life?
Bring it out.
She hate raising them kids with that man. She don't want the kids around that man. Is that not a reflection upon her with her choices? But look what it said in verse 5, how they end up being led captive, or you get stuck with a nigga. You get stuck with somebody, you on your path right now to be a CNA, traveling nurse, dance coach, you're gonna open your own studio, you're gonna get financial, branch manager, whatever, you're gonna be helping people getting loans, signing off on all of that, right? And then guess what? Here come Ray Ray. Here come Twan, here come Rashad, here come girl Michi. They go Michi in there.
Bring it up.
Twan, he go Ron. And guess what? Verse 5.
Having a form of godliness.
He gonna have a form of godliness, meaning what? He gonna talk to y'all nice. He gonna run game. Now they don't ask for the Instagram or the phone number no more. They not ask for the gram. Now they be like, hey, because it's like they use that craftiness to try to get in between a sister's legs. Like, you know what? And then what you end up doing? Getting caught up because you think you like, oh, I'm gonna have another follower. I'm gonna have some followers. I like my comments, like my posts and my Instagrams, my Snapchat, whatever y'all on. And you know y'all smiling because right now in your mind, it's a dude that you've been allowed to get too close to you. To where God said you too pure. You ain't supposed to be having that. That brother, all right, who all got daughters out here? Who all got daughters out here? And I'm gonna show y'all what the daughters of Sarah in the Bible, how precious y'all are. Read.
But denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
I said from what?
From such turn away.
But he cute. He got waves. He got dreads. He asked me to retwist his dread.
From such turn away.
You gotta stay away from brothers like that. Because watch this. You realize that you being 18, you 13, and you what? 14, and you what? 14, and y'all walking around. What y'all think the next brother gonna do when he try to come up to you?
Bring it out.
Exodus 22:16. What you think gonna happen? You think they gonna ask y'all like, hey y'all, where the value duty stuff at? What you think? These brothers out here versus the brothers that y'all see that's gonna walk up to the street and see a group of 4 girls and y'all walking around. What you think they gonna end up doing when they see y'all? Say it again. Ask it. got a Pooh Shiesty mask on, it's a wrap. If he wear that, it's a wrap.
Damn.
You might as well look at all the aunties and grandmas and baby mamas that we see out here. That's how they got caught too. Today is Pooh Shiesty's. Back then it was Jerry Curls. It was no different. They was singing in the group with the Temptation. Ooh, and then you end up what? A baby mama. It's the same. And now today it's me, I'm NBA young boy. Do. Yeah, what's happening? And then guess what? You look back, you got Glorilla, you got Lotto, you got Ice Spice, you got Megan, you got Nicki. All them examples. Back then they had what? Kim. They had all of them, Lil Kim and all of them. You are literally being influenced in social media and you are having your minds being brainwashed. That's why if I ask one of y'all which one of these is Jesus, what y'all gonna tell me? You gonna say this one? What you say? You gonna say this one? What you say? You gonna say this one? Anna? Yes, Anna, Raya, Janaya. They rhyme, they dance. Easy money. Okay, which one you say? This one? Okay, so 2 out of 4. So 50% of y'all right now say Jesus is white, and other y'all say Jesus is black. You interested? Look, she like, she finna hit a 2-step. All right, come on, watch this. Hosea 3 and 4. Oh yeah, Exodus 22:16.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid.
What do it mean if a man entice a maid? What do you try to do? Entice somebody. Y'all call it riz in the day. If he try to riz you up, she got it now. She's yeah. Somebody try to riz you up. Somebody try to run games. Somebody try to talk to you, and they gonna give you a nice little compliment. Brother's so bold today, they don't even say nothing. They just put their phone in your hand, and you be like, oh my God. And you put your number in his phone. Hey, let me get your gram. And just put it straight like that. It say if a man entice, read.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
His what?
His wife.
You know you don't read about baby mamas and single mothers in the Bible, do you?
Bring it out.
You know you don't read about boyfriend and girlfriend.
Wake them up.
But what do we all, when we step outside the laws of God, what do we end up falling into? A situation to where a man in the Bible, when you read about how if he was to entice or try to get your number, try to talk to you, you're supposed to be his wife, not his girlfriend. But who has the ability to control and make sure that y'all don't become a single mother? How? How do you do it? How do you make sure it happens? Because you say it again. How you make sure it's the right person? Respectful. You 13. You shouldn't even be thinking about that.
Bring
You
it
got years
out.
on your life. This shouldn't even be a conversation. Because guess what happened? You know how many women end up being on a good path to having their career and they focus and then end up, boom, they get derailed and they end up having to deal with a no good Negro. So you gotta wait till you of age anyway, but you 18. So now, watch this. Give me that what I asked for in Hosea 3 and 4.
The book of Hosea, chapter 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel.
The who?
Children of Israel.
Now look, Anna, Raya, and Janaya. Where y'all name at right here? Where y'all name at on this side? Come look right fast. Where y'all see y'all name at? Because it said, now what?
And now, for the children of Israel.
It says the children of Israel. Y'all ever been to church before? So now, have you ever heard of the children of Israel? You never heard of that, have you? Now, this is what God call you. Like we say we a child of God, right? Y'all all got names. If God is our Father, you think God ain't gonna give us no name? Bring it out. You ever thought about that? Everybody say they're a child of God. Ask them what's their name according to God. It says what?
For the children of Israel.
That's who y'all are, the children of Israel. Which tribe do you come from? What is your race or your nationality? Black, that's a color. Your headband black, my boots black. What's your national? African American. What you say? What you say? What you say? Y'all do know that we was taken from Africa, brought through slave ships and took us and dropped us off in North Central South America. You calling yourself after a white man. Africa was taken over by a white man and America was taken over by a white man. That's why you call yourself African and American. But do you ever see somebody that's Japanese? They say Japan, Japanese, English, England, European, Russian, Russia, Chinese, China. But when it come to us, we claiming both? Is that possible? That don't make sense, do it? This is why it says the children of Israel, read,
shall abide many days without a king and without a prince and without an image.
without a what?
Image.
That's why it says you don't have the image of showing positive male or positive female role models.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.